recent times. They've actually met on the European Tour stage already this year.
At this stage, isn't it? In the Belgian Darts Championship.
On the Sunday, yeah, and the last 16. They also met in the last 16, albeit the fourth round of a couple of this summer series tournaments as well recently. And it was James Wade who came out on top in the most recent one of those with an average of 102.9 in a 6-4 win.
That was his first win against us in 18 months, and it just kind of signifies how Nathan has risen during that time to be one of the very elite players in the world.
57. UK Open, where they had their first meeting in 2015. That was when Nathan was still doing business on the development tour. He made the World Youth Championship final later in 2015, back at Minehead, where he lost to Max Hopp in the final. But since then, well, since the start of 2018, it has been an astonishing ascent by a player who was on the verge of just calling it a day and decided to end his darting career. And he wasn't picking up any significant amounts of money. He was going to go back to the day job. But look where he is now, Premier League finalist.
90, James Wade, 104.
A really exciting prospect, and I'm pretty sure his time will come as far as the Premier League is concerned, and who knows, maybe
64. Nathan Wade, 71.
James Wade wasn't missing much against Gabriel Clemens. Superb display yesterday, but he's made a mistake there, and it allows Nathan Aspinall a chance. And it's one he's taken for a 15 darter and a 1-0 lead.
Second leg is Nathan throw first. Game on.
When I say bigger prizes than the Premier League, I mean bigger financial prizes, of course.
Well, there aren't many.
I'm talking about the big one.
Bigger. Back-to-back semi-finals of the World Championship. 100 grand each for them. 120 grand he picked up on Thursday night. No wonder he was still smiling despite defeat.
Yeah, but on the flip side, the first of those semi-final performances, he's having to protect that at the next World Championship. That's the downside of everything that Nathan Aspinall has achieved, but it's a nice position to be in. It's a nice problem to have, you might say.
Yeah, well, with the Slam coming up, the European Championship coming up, the Players' Championship finals, there's 3 big tournaments there where Nathan Aspinall is quite capable of winning one of them. And all of a sudden,
100.
Things don't look so bad anymore, do they? That 100 grand is protected.
And it covers, any potential future losses that are going to come off. But you're right, Wade was very, very strong yesterday against Gabriel Clemens. Plenty to admire about the way he went about his business. It did look as though it was going to be maybe a difficult encounter, but Wade just was efficient throughout, I thought.
I mean, Gabriel averaged more than 100 himself, but a James Wade 100 average, or 101 as it was, I mean, it's almost unbeatable. It's like playing against the computer on God mode.
100.
Because it's just a regular accumulation of points in the scoring phase, and then there's a chance and it goes. It's just over and over and over again.
100. Nathan Wade,
well, we have just seen one of the candidates when we talk about first-time winners on the European Tour in Rob Cross. I think you can very much add Nathan Aspinall's name to that bracket as well. Looking at tops, though, for a 2-0 lead.
And on the second leg,
exactly what he's got. Because let's face it, he, as he said, 2 times a World Championship semi-finalist, a major TV winner at the UK Open, success on the World Series stage as well. This seems to be the obvious next step, having reached a Premier League final as well. And, of course, the first ever home tour champion to boot. So this does seem to be the obvious gap to fill on the scene.
Well, look, Rob Cross, world number 5, Nathan Aspinall, world number 6. They are the 2 highest ranked players who haven't won a European Tour title. They could meet in a semi-final. To get ahead of ourselves, Nathan Aspinall got to beat James Wade. He might have to beat Michael van Gerwen. Rob Cross has somehow got to beat Mensur Suljovic, who has gone from not being able to win on stage to maybe being impossible to beat now on stage. Nathan really is grabbing this game round the throat.
47.
James Wade is an interested spectator in this match at the moment.
65.
Well, a minor stumble there from Aspinall, but it might not matter too much in the long run.
85.
Well, Nathan's pinned Top's first dart both times so far, so does he look at the 19s? He does. Because treble would have left Tops.
56. $59. Nathan, you require 60.
So for
20.
Yeah, another break of throw. Deep breath from Nathan Aspinall. Grimace.
Games on Nathan.
Down Dawson after that second dart, but made Connor with the third. It's a 15-dart break of throw to back up the early break, and it's so far so good for the number 9 seed.
Kind of a Rob Cross display here for Nathan Aspinall, in that you have 5 visits to the board. At the end of the 5th visit, you hit your double first dart and win the leg. That's kind of what Rob Cross did to Martijn Kleermaker all the way through the game. Nathan Aspinall is halfway to victory already.
Oh,
response and weight.
77.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, great response to the great response.
Another for the ace? No. Fancy, he does have this, has this explosive power. The biggest scores in the world, it's not just the 180, it's when they go 180, 140 or back-to-back 180s, and they just turn later around.
Did not like that one bit. Wade has a great chance for a break back here.
180.
Third favourite now, but Aspinall.
99. James Uruguay 44.
Has left himself a gettable Shanghai. Tops though for Wade.
Yes, on the full leg. James
Wade is on the scoreboard.
Well, if your opponent is winning every leg in 15 darts, the thing to do is throw 12 darters. There you go.
And especially 12 darters on your opponent's throw as well.
83.
Still one break down. James Wade
92.
could have had the opportunity to avenge that defeat by Gabriel Clemens in the first round of the World Grand Prix. Had Clemens overcome Wade yesterday, but it wasn't to be.
60.
So Aspinall will have to wait to settle that particular score. I did have a quick word with Aspinall at the hotel this morning.
59.
Is still reflecting on Thursday night, but he was quite philosophical about it in the fact that he knows and appreciates there will probably be opportunities to come. As far as the
60.
Premier League is concerned, he said he would have snapped your hand off had you offered him a top 4 finish at the start of the campaign, and I thought it was just a very sensible way to assess it all, really.
Absolutely, relax.
And I thought the way he lost as well was good.
134.
Not the performance, and I'm just talking about the way he acknowledged the defeat and congratulated his opponent and
No, he's a
paid
classy,
tribute to Glenn.
classy operator,
40.
Nathan Aspinall. That's an unfortunate Robin Hood for James Wade, and the Asp, a real chance here to break straight back and re-establish a 3-leg advantage.
100.
He leaves the 116 again. Now, he didn't even get a dart at the double when he last had a go at the 116. James just having to... Is he changing the stem or is it just the flight? The Robin Hood has done some damage. Worth doing, because if a damaged flight costs you 1 dodgy deflection, and that costs you a chance at a double or whatever, costs you a leg, it might cost you the match.
100. Nathan Uruguay 116.
For want of a flight, the leg was lost, and so on.
76.
Start at top score, 4-1 lead. It would have been an instant break back.
He's going to get more darts at it. We're going to see a leg go into a 6th visit for the first time.
96. This one. Nathan, you require 40. No score.
That second dart, perfect for him to follow.
And James Wade can step in. Tops for a holder throw.
Yeah,
okay, well, no massive damage done for Aspinall. The fact that it was only a holder throw, but there was a great chance there for a break, just to re-establish that 3-leg lead, or open up a 3-leg lead once again. Led 3-0, it's now 3-2, but still has the advantage of 2 breaks to 1.
140.
When you look back at what Aspinall did at the start of the year as well, it's perhaps no surprise that he has done what he's done this year. There was that early success in the
140.
An astonishing display as he landed the, well, what was then the 4th of his 5 senior PDC titles at Barnsley in February. He hit a 9-dart finish, an average of 117 against Peter Wright in the quarter-finals. That's a combined average of 115.5 from the pair of them. And then he got that meeting against Gerwyn Price in the final where he ran out an 8-3 winner. And afterwards he said, I've just simply never thrown darts like that before. But it just gave him, it just seemed to put him onto a new level. And it was right before the start of the Premier League campaign as well. It was timely. And I think maybe, just looking back, that could be one of many turning points and significant moments in Aspinall's development and career.
Change to 121.
Oh, well, a surprise to see James Wade fluff his lines on a checkout of that nature.
Nathan, you require 60.
Been here before for the 60 checkout. Nathan managed to take it out. That's probably even better single 20 than last time. What's the double like?
That's
good. He's back into his little mode of hitting tops with his 15th dart on the leg, and that's good enough to win legs in this match. 4-2.
Yeah, I was just a little concerned there. He seemed to be taking maybe a bit too much time, but it was time well spent. Made sure he was absolutely set the way he wanted to be set.
95.
The double attempts, 50% for James Wade, kind of what you expect, 40% for Nathan Aspinall. Again, pretty much what you expect. But they're all the winning double.
95.
Been on tops. Every single one of them. And Nathan really, his double of choice is double 16.
Well, change of approach, but paying dividends so far.
171.
171 to add to the 177, 180 that Wade is hitting this game.
Come on, Nathan! Come on, Nathan, go!
99. James to 135.
Manages to get to a finish himself.
$71 away.
17 is his usual route.
Surely for double 10.
Nathan, you got 167.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, he wins the match if he takes this. He's not going to.
57. James, you got 54.
Now, tops again.
It will be.
14. Nathan, you got 110.
Don't think this would be for tops for Nathan. Because even if he hits the treble 21st dart, I think he'll move. Yeah. The double 16.
78.
Should have gone top, shouldn't you?
Should have gone top.
James require
Worked
40.
so far for him 4 times today. Ooh, weight on double 10. Suddenly the whole nature of the game has changed.
And
He's back on tops now, though, isn't he?
Back on tops
James
again.
require 32.
James Wade busts his score on double 10, and Aspinall double 16 for 5-2 for a breaker throw. This, because I think he wins from 5-2. Oh, and he's just skirted into the bottom corner.
Nathan to throw first. Game.
Well, he's had opportunities there, Wade. He's not had a lot of opportunities in this match. A dart at tops in the first leg, a couple of darts in that leg.
Hey,
Taking all of those chances, well, chances in both of those legs, it would be 4-3 Wade. And he hesitates to say, well, you can't work on that. Nobody's going to get every single dart they have. They'll take out every chance. But James Wade, you kind of go, actually, he might. That's what he does.
134.
Wade did win their last encounter in the summer series, but as Rob pointed out at the start of the match, Nathan Aspinall had kind of got the wood on James Wade leading up to that. He'd won 4 on the spin, dating back to spring of 2019. Victory here would be 5 wins in the last 6.
95.
And it's just further confirmation, if anybody needed it. And the man from Stockport is one of the world's very best.
He certainly is. And he's in the discussion for pretty much every tournament that he competes in these days.
100.
87 to win it.
If he does win this, and he should win it, you feel there's more to come this evening from Nathan Aspinall. And he's now looking at double 18, and he's now looking at double 9. Kick-started his encounter today. It's double 9 that gets the job done for the number 9 seed. And Nathan Aspinall, a Premier League finalist on Thursday night, is a player who could well mean business this weekend as he goes in search of a first